What if one of the world's biggest stars, after setting New York ablaze with his dazzling Calvin Klein runway presence, suddenly shifted the spotlight not toward fashion shows, flashing cameras, or screaming fans, but toward the simplest, purest acts of care? Could something as quiet as self-care and the tender attention given to a beloved dog truly steal the hearts of millions more than the chaos of flashing lights? This is the question that flooded the minds of armies everywhere when Jungkook, the golden magne of BTS, returned home from New York Fashion Week and was caught in a rare, candid moment, nurturing himself and showering love on his dog. A scene so ordinary yet so extraordinary that it sent the internet spiraling into awe and admiration. And before diving deeper, we invite you to pause for a moment. What are your thoughts on this softer side of Jungkook? Share them in the comments. Hit like if your heart skips a beat seeing his duality. And don't forget to subscribe to stay close to every detail of Jungkook's journey, because this story is only the beginning. The narrative began with Jungkook stepping off a plane, the city lights of New York left behind, the whirlwind of fashion and fame fading into the background. What many expected was a continuation of his high-profile moments, more paparazzi shots, more luxury brand headlines. Yet, what unfolded was far different. Fans were taken aback when Jungkook allowed glimpses into his quiet hours, where he traded the spotlight for the sanctuary of home, and the crowds for the gentle presence of his dog. Could it be that after setting New York ablaze, the most unforgettable highlight was not what he wore on the runway, but how he quietly cared for himself and his furry companion? The answer, for millions of fans, was a resounding yes. Jungkook's return to simplicity was not only a breath of fresh air, but also an emotional curveball that struck armies at their core. In the past, fans have been mesmerized by his intensity on stage, his commanding presence at fashion events, and his ability to embody the very definition of a global superstar. Yet here he was, in a vulnerable contrast, attending to skincare routines, recharging after the exhaustion of travel, and taking his dog out for gentle walks as though time itself had slowed just for these private moments. The image of Jungkook crouching down, brushing his dog's fur, or leaning into the soft rhythm of daily life felt almost surreal. For armies, it wasn't just about witnessing a celebrity at rest. It was about realizing the humanity behind the perfection, the heartbeat behind the golden exterior. The question that dominated timelines was simple. Why did these moments resonate so deeply? The answer lies not just in the adoration of a pop idol, but in the relatability that bursts forth when someone so seemingly untouchable reveals ordinary tenderness. Fans who had cheered for Jungkook as he lit up Calvin Klein's show in New York found themselves equally, if not more, captivated by his devotion to his pet, by the way he seemed to reset himself not through luxury, but through care and connection. The power of this duality became the emotional hook, the surprise twist that kept armies endlessly replaying clips, rewatching fan edits, and flooding social media with words of admiration. It wasn't long before the internet turned into a storm of reactions. Comments poured in, voices trembling with love and awe. He's the same Jungkook who dominates the world stage, yet he looks the happiest brushing his dog's fur. How does he make something so ordinary look so extraordinary? This is why he's not just an idol, he's human, and we love him even more for it. And perhaps the most telling question that echoed through fandom circles: is this the true Jungkook, the one beyond the stage lights, the one who finds peace in the stillness of home? But Jungkook's influence doesn't stop at just sparking admiration. These tender moments carry a deeper emotional weight that resonates with fans who see in him a mirror of their own struggles and escapes. After all, who hasn't felt drained after a long journey, only to find comfort in self-care or in the loyal presence of a pet? Who hasn't longed for that grounding reminder that life's richest joys come from connection rather than chaos? In Jungkook's quiet rituals, armies found inspiration to slow down, to value the ordinary, to embrace love in its purest form. And suddenly, the boy who set New York on fire became the man who taught millions the beauty of calm. Of course, the narrative did not come without its emotional jolts and surprises. Fans noted how Jungkook, even in these unguarded moments, seemed to radiate charisma. The way he tucked his hair back as he leaned into his dog's soft fur. The way his laughter filled the air when the dog playfully resisted. The way his eyes softened during skincare routines. It was as though the world had been given access to a secret side of Jungkook, a side that felt just as powerful as his performances under stage lights. Could it be that his true artistry lies not only in music and performance, but in the grace with which he embraces his most natural self? The emotional wave kept building, stronger with every shared photo and every fan account of these serene hours. What began as curiosity soon transformed into collective admiration. Armies couldn't help but marvel at the juxtaposition. One day Jungkook was the epitome of global fashion power in New York. The next he was the boy next door, quietly loving his dog and caring for his skin with the same intensity he brings to the stage. The unexpectedness of it all became the greatest plot twist. The world's superstar, found in the smallest, quietest details of life. And yet, as fans kept asking, why do we love him more for this? The answer may lie in Jungkook's unique ability to make the extraordinary and the ordinary intertwine. When he steps on stage, he is a legend. When he kneels beside his dog, he is a friend. That is the Jungkook paradox that captivates endlessly, that keeps armies hooked, surprised, emotional, and forever curious about what moment he will reveal next. So, as the world reflects on Jungkook's New York takeover, perhaps the true story is not the fashion or the fame, but the quiet self-care that followed. And now, the question is left for you. What did this moment mean to you? Does seeing Jungkook so human, so grounded, make you admire him even more? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Spread the love with a like if this side of Jungkook warms your heart. And make sure to subscribe so you never miss the next chapter in his journey, from global stages to the quietest corners of his home. Because if this moment has taught us anything, it's that the truest magic of Jungkook lies not just in what he shows the world, but in what he reveals when no one expects it.